Today I'm here with two intellectuals from Bangalore. One is Mr. Sharyar Khan and the other is Mr. Iqbal Sharif. Both of them are very much debating over politics and the outcomes of elections 2018 in Karnataka. So let me ask some very profound questions to both of them. Mr. Sharyar Khan, it's really nice to have you.
My pleasure. Also.
Yeah, I want to ask you, who is favored in 2018 elections by the masses?
Going by the looks of it, the way the BJP government has flip-flopped on the economy front and the social disturbance that has happened in the country, I think the sentiment is in favor of a secular party. I would say more specifically Congress.
You know, it's always been said that Congress is after appeasing the minorities and the Muslims. And do you think the Muslims are always considered as a vote bank of Congress?
Democracy is about appeasing. It's not the Congress or the GTC. You have to appease people one way or the other to get votes. And whoever provides food, shelter, and the basic needs, they deserve votes. So this is not appeasing. This is doling out benefits which the citizens deserve. So that accusation of Congress appeasing the minorities is not very well grounded. Everybody does it.
Okay. The Saffron Brigade always says that BJP stands for Hindus and Congress stands for Muslims. And do you think that is the kind of image that Congress has got, that the minorities' votes is for the Congress and the rest of the votes for the BJP? Do you think that kind of a dichotomy?
That is a very historical, answer. Since the time of partition, Congress post Nehru has tended to definitely, favor certain sections of the society for their own benefits, and that has now become a Frankenstein, of which BJP is also taking advantage. If the allegation of minority appeasement against Congress, and then there is a allegation of majority appeasement on majoritarianism against the BJP, it is a counter narrative.
How do you see Rahul Gandhi as a candidate for prime ministership? What do you have to say about that?
I don't think much of him. I don't think that. I think, except for his dynasty, his lineage, less said the better. But I'm sure that Congress has got extremely good leaders.
Okay, who do you think otherwise?
I won't name anybody, but if you are insisting, then there is Sindhya, there are pilots, and Mr. Shashi Tharoor, there is some case against him, but they're all very good, extremely good prime ministerial candidates.
Let me ask Mr. Iqbal Sharif, who do you think would possibly win? I'm talking about the winning party for the Karnataka 2018 elections.
I think it would be a little difficult, but definitely Congress would win the elections. The way it is swinging towards Congress, like Mr. Sharyar said, the recent social disturbance and the economic issues and all that, taking that into consideration, I think Congress will sway this time's elections. And it also is about, the minority vote consolidations and the Dalits vote consolidation and all will work for Congress.
So what makes you feel that the Dalits and the minorities, especially the Muslims, have to stand against BJP?
BJP is a right-wing party, so obviously the way things are going against the minorities across the country, the way things are happening, in UP under the Yogi government and all, it's somewhere very scary, and the minorities are feeling very insecure about all this. So the Congress is supposed to be a very secular party, so everybody is, leaning towards this because Congress is the only option as of now. And that's the only party which can take on BJP when it comes to secularism.
What are your thoughts about Rahul Gandhi? Do you see him as the Prime Minister candidate?
See, going back in history, when we talk of India after independence, Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. That's how the Gandhi family got into politics. After Nehru nurtured Indira Gandhi to get into politics. And when she was ready, after Lal Bahadur Shastri, she was a natural choice. She took over. She was a prime minister. When she was assassinated, her son was obviously, he had to become the prime minister. Rajiv Gandhi. So after that, there was a gap. There was, allegations of Sonia Gandhi being a foreigner and all that. So she had to step back and be away for some time. When the family realized, that it's high time they had to get involved to save the legacy they got into it. And I think Rahul was forced into politics. So earlier days he was not so experienced. He was a little childish and he didn't know how to handle it. But over a period of time, you see that maturity coming in, the way he's off late, the way he's conducting himself, the way he's going about it. I think he is evolving, and one day I'm sure he would be ready. Because one thing is, if Congress has to survive, the family has to be there. Because the Gandhi family is like a glue to the congressman. Without Gandhi family, I don't think the Congress will be intact.
So do you think Rahul Gandhi is efficient enough to hold such a very important post?
Today he may not be, but the way he's evolving, one day he'll definitely be.
Do you think this kind of a trend will go on forever? I mean, always looking at Congress as the other party apart from BJP and no other option left?
No, this is not going to continue. Maybe this time, the backwards or the minorities feel cornered, and there is, like my friend Iqbal said, there is a fear that constitution might be, tampered with to favor the majority community. That is a favor that is there even in the majority community. This trend is not going to come. There is a very strong civil society movement going on in India. I think very soon that movement is going to gain dominance over the political discourse of the country. So politicians can't get away by lying and prevaricating and cheating people. So the narrative is going to be development, not religion.
So that will take an organic growth. Would it take a long time for that?
No, it is very rapid as I see it. It's very rapid. Civil society movement is extremely rapid. Thanks to education, thanks to the social media, thanks to so many other factors. People are realizing, and inshallah, in the coming years, you will see, the citizens dominating the agenda of the politicians.
Okay. So, what kind of steps do you think the leaders have to take as of now to achieve that kind of a state?
I wouldn't say leaders have to take it. People have to take steps, and they are taking steps. People should rule. People should lead the way. In a democracy, people are the leaders. If you mean it that way, they are taking steps. This moment is going to gather momentum, and it's definitely going to take us in the right direction. I have not lost hope for India. The idea of India will survive these fascist parties, definitely.
Okay. Do you really think that BJP would stand by its vision of bringing Hindu Rashtra? Do you think it really works for it, or is it just a name, or it's a way to gather people's attention and to lead a mass to one direction? Do you think they really walk the talk?
See, Sheikh Saab, after 1989, BJP has consciously aggravated the Babri Masjid issue, and they have gained dividends. They have won, and they are today ruling. So they have tasted blood. As long as they speak about Hindutva, Hindu Rashtra, they are going to keep that majority constituency happy. But no, people are seeing through it. People are seeing through their crooked ways. That is not going to last. Nobody wants to India break up into Hindu India and a Muslim India. So I don't think it's going to happen. But yes, if you're asking me whether it is a ploy to garner votes, I think so.
Okay. Having said that, I would like to reason. A lot of people say that BJP stands for the Hindu masses. But when we go and interact with people, a lot of people, I think the majority of the Hindus don't consider them to be leaders or the RSS as their spokespersons. What do you think about this kind of a mindset amongst the Hindu masses?
For that, you have to understand the demography of India. The Dalits, our Dalit brothers, STs, and other Hindu communities, they will not support BJP. But the higher caste Brahmins and the forward Brahmins, and they might support BJP for their own reasons. Hinduism is a congregation of various caste religions, and there is a hierarchy. The topmost prefers BJP, and the people below that forward classes, they are quite scared of BJP now, because the way BJP is going, it's not good for India. It's not good for the social fabric of India.
Is it because the fear for the Muslims leading one section of the Hindu community to consider BJP as their saviors? Do you think there is a level of fear been instilled amongst the Hindu masses against the Muslims through various medium of media or movies and literature? Thereby, they are kind of helpless, and at the end of the day, they say, like, let us vote somebody who would be our saviors.
See, I would call this as contemporary past. These people are getting ancient history to impose their own brand of, Hindutva. They want to manipulate mythology. They want to, show that, ancient India. This was ancient India, and later on, whoever came was an infiltrator. All this, the ideologues in BJP, spin doctors are at it, and they're doing it, but quite unsuccessfully. Yes, they are trying to instill fear, and I think the case in point would be Gujarat, where minorities are quite shaken up and they live in ghettos, and that is exactly the fear that is driving the major part of the discerning voters away from BJP towards Congress party. They look at Congress as the better of the two parties to at least to save India for the time being.
So if you were to give a message to the people of India with respect to the coming elections, what is your one-line message?
Vote to save the Constitution of India. That could be my message, yes.
Okay, that's the priority. Yes, Mr. Iqbal Sharif, if you were to give a message to the people of India in one line, what would you say?
Choose the leaders who are there for development and not for dividing the society.
Okay, that's profound. So people want to save Constitution and they want to keep the social fabric intact. I think with this, we're going to leave you now and see you very soon. Thank you.